Hello everyone, welcome back to Gear Grabber, the corner of the internet we've carved out for ourselves to explore the constantly shifting landscape of just about everything. Today, we're strapping on our digital spelunking gear and venturing into cryptocurrency mines. Now I know what you might be thinking, cryptocurrency? Isn't that just something tech bros whisper about in hushed tones while plotting to buy the moon? And, okay, maybe there's a grain of truth to that, but beneath the hype and the headlines about volatile markets, there's a fascinating new world of online transactions taking shape. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we think about money and value exchange, a system that exists outside the traditional walls of banks and governments. It's a world built on complex algorithms and cryptographic principles, which I'll admit can seem about as accessible as deciphering ancient hieroglyphics at first glance. But that's why we're here, right? Over the next few chapters, we're going to break down the ins and outs of cryptocurrency, exploring its potential to revolutionize the way we buy that new video game, support our favorite creators online, or even just send money to a friend. So buckle up, grab your metaphorical pickaxes, and let's start digging. Okay, let's be real for a second. Nobody enjoys paying transaction fees. They're like the internet equivalent of finding a parking ticket on your windshield, a tiny but infuriating speed bump on the road to getting what you want. Whether it's that 3% surcharge for using a credit card or those pesky international transfer fees, they always seem to pop up at the most inconvenient times. Now imagine a world where those fees were drastically reduced or even eliminated entirely. That's one of the big promises of cryptocurrency. See, traditional financial institutions are like the middlemen of the money world. They facilitate transactions, but they also take a cut for their services. Cryptocurrencies, on the other hand, operate on decentralized networks. There's no central authority calling the shots, which means no hefty fees lining the pockets of financial intermediaries. This peer-to-peer system allows for transactions that are often significantly cheaper than their traditional counterparts. And we're not just talking about saving a few cents here and there. For businesses, especially smaller ones operating on tight margins, these reduced transaction costs can be a game changer. It's like suddenly discovering a secret shortcut that bypasses all the tolls on the financial highway. We live in a world of instant gratification. We binge-watch entire seasons of TV shows in a single sitting, we order takeout and have it delivered to our doorsteps in minutes, and we expect information to be available at our fingertips with a single tap on our smartphones. So why should financial transactions be any different? Cryptocurrency is like the financial equivalent of a high-speed train. Transactions are processed on the blockchain, a decentralized ledger that operates 24/7. This means cryptocurrency transactions can be settled in minutes, sometimes even seconds. For businesses, this speed can be a major advantage, improving cash flow. Imagine sending money globally as quickly as to your neighbor. Cryptocurrency can empower individuals in developing countries to participate in the global economy. Okay, so we've talked about lower transaction costs and faster processing times with cryptocurrency. But what about privacy and security? These are increasingly important concerns in the digital age, right? I mean, it feels like every other week there's a new data breach in the headlines. With crypto, you're not handing over your entire financial history to a third party every time you make a purchase. Instead of your name, address, and credit card number, transactions involve exchanging cryptographic keys. It's like sending a secret code that only the recipient can unlock. Pretty cool, huh? This reliance on cryptography and decentralized networks makes cryptocurrency transactions incredibly secure. It's not impossible to hack, of course, nothing is foolproof, but blockchain technology makes it way harder for bad actors to steal your information or manipulate transactions. Think of it like this. It's much easier to break into one house than it is to simultaneously break into a million houses all guarded by different security systems. Now I know what you might be thinking. John, this all sounds really complicated. And yeah, it can be. But there are tons of resources available to help you learn the ropes and navigate the world of crypto safely. One of the things that makes cryptocurrency so secure is its decentralized nature. Unlike traditional financial systems, which are controlled by central authorities like banks or governments, cryptocurrencies operate on distributed networks. This means that no single entity has control over the system. Think of it like the internet itself. There's no one person or organization in charge of the entire internet, right? It's a vast network of interconnected computers all over the world. Cryptocurrencies work in a similar way. This decentralization makes it extremely difficult for hackers to compromise the system. With traditional systems, you just have to breach one central point of failure. But with crypto, you'd have to attack countless nodes simultaneously, which is practically impossible. Plus, all transactions are recorded on the blockchain, which is like a public ledger that anyone can view. This transparency helps to ensure accountability and prevent fraud. So, yeah, privacy and security are definitely major advantages of cryptocurrency. Alright, let's talk about accessibility. Traditional financial systems can be really exclusionary, right? You need a bank account, a credit history, and a bunch of paperwork just to participate. And even then, you might face high fees, slow processing times, and geographical restrictions. Cryptocurrency has the potential to change all of that. Because it's decentralized and operates on a global network, anyone with an internet connection can send and receive cryptocurrency, regardless of their location, income, or credit score. This is a huge deal for people in developing countries who may not have access to traditional banking services. It allows them to participate in the global economy, send and receive remittances, and build wealth. It's like having a Swiss bank account in your pocket, accessible from anywhere in the world. But it's not just about geography. Cryptocurrency can also empower marginalized communities who have been historically excluded from traditional financial systems. Think about it. People experiencing homelessness, refugees, or individuals living under oppressive regimes often struggle to access basic financial services. Cryptocurrency offers them a way to store and manage their money securely and privately, without relying on institutions that may discriminate against them. This potential for financial inclusion is one of the most exciting aspects of cryptocurrency, in my opinion. It has the power to level the playing field and create a more equitable financial system for everyone. Of course, there are still challenges to overcome. We need to address issues like digital literacy, internet access, and regulatory uncertainty to ensure that the benefits of cryptocurrency are truly accessible to all. But the potential is there, and that's what's so exciting. Cryptocurrency has the potential to revolutionize the way we think about money and empower individuals around the world. Okay, so we've talked about the many advantages of cryptocurrency: lower costs, faster transactions, enhanced privacy, global accessibility. But like any revolutionary technology, it also comes with its own set of challenges and drawbacks. One of the most significant and often misunderstood aspects of cryptocurrency is the irreversibility of transactions. Once a cryptocurrency transaction is confirmed and added to the blockchain, it's virtually impossible to reverse. It's like sending an email. Once you hit send, you can't unsend it. Now, on the one hand, this finality can be a good thing, especially for businesses. Think about it. Chargebacks and fraudulent transactions are a major headache for businesses, right? They can lead to lost revenue, increased costs, and administrative burdens. With cryptocurrency, those risks are greatly reduced. Once a payment is made, it's made. This can be especially beneficial for small businesses and online retailers who are often the target of fraudulent activity. But the irreversibility of cryptocurrency transactions also presents some challenges, particularly for consumers. What happens if you accidentally send cryptocurrency to the wrong address, or if you fall victim to a scam? Unlike with traditional payment methods, there's no central authority to dispute charges or reverse transactions. Once the money is gone, it's gone. So, while the irreversibility of cryptocurrency transactions offers increased security and efficiency, it also requires a higher level of responsibility from users. It's crucial to double-check those transaction details, folks. Okay, so we've talked about all the amazing things about cryptocurrency, from lower transaction costs to increased privacy, but, and this is a big but, there's a reason why some people are still hesitant to jump on the crypto train. And that reason, my friends, is volatility. Imagine this. You buy one Bitcoin for $40,000. You're feeling pretty good about your investment, right? Then the next day you wake up, check your phone, and bam! Bitcoin is now at $35,000. That's a significant drop, and it can happen incredibly quickly. Now, if you're a long-term investor, these short-term fluctuations might not bother you too much. But if you're trying to use Bitcoin to buy a cup of coffee, well, that becomes a lot more complicated. I mean, who wants to pay $5 for a latte one day and $3 the next? The unpredictability of it all can be a real headache. This volatility stems from a number of factors, including market speculation, regulatory news, and even the occasional tweet from a certain billionaire. It's a wild ride, and it's not for the faint of heart. So before you invest your hard-earned cash in cryptocurrency, you need to ask yourself, can I handle the roller coaster? Alright, let's talk about another big challenge facing cryptocurrency regulation, or rather, the lack thereof. See, the world of cryptocurrency is kind of like the Wild West right now. There are some rules, sure, but they vary wildly from country to country, and sometimes they're about as clear as mud. This regulatory uncertainty makes it difficult for businesses and individuals to know how to operate within the law. It's like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces missing and the other half written in a different language. For example, in some countries, cryptocurrency is considered a legal form of payment. In others, it's treated as a commodity or an asset. And in some places, it's completely banned. It's enough to make your head spin. This lack of clarity creates a lot of uncertainty for everyone involved. Businesses are hesitant to invest in cryptocurrency infrastructure because they don't know what the rules will be in a year, a month, or even a week from now. And then there's China. Now, China has had a bit of a love-hate relationship with cryptocurrency over the years. At first, it seemed like they were embracing it, with Chinese companies becoming major players in the crypto mining industry. But then, in a move that surprised pretty much everyone, China decided to crack down on cryptocurrency, banning initial coin offerings, ICOs, and shutting down cryptocurrency exchanges. This sent shockwaves through the crypto world, causing prices to plummet and leaving many wondering what the future held for cryptocurrency in the world's second-largest economy. It's a cautionary tale, really, of how quickly the regulatory landscape can change in the world of cryptocurrency. So what does all of this mean for the future of cryptocurrency? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Some experts believe that increased regulation is inevitable and that it will ultimately be a good thing for the industry, bringing much-needed stability and legitimacy. Others worry that too much regulation will stifle innovation and prevent cryptocurrency from reaching its full potential. One thing's for sure, though, the regulatory landscape is constantly evolving, and it's something that anyone interested in cryptocurrency needs to keep a close eye on. It's a wild ride, folks. Buckle up. So far we've explored the thrilling ups and downs of cryptocurrency volatility and the tangled web of global regulations. But let's face it, for many people the biggest barrier to entry is the technology itself. It can feel like you need a degree in computer science just to understand the basics. Let's start with wallets. No, not the kind you keep your cash in. Cryptocurrency wallets are digital storage spaces for your digital assets. There are different types, like hardware wallets and software wallets, each with its own security features and levels of convenience. It's enough to make your head spin. Then we have private keys, which are like super secret passwords that give you access to your cryptocurrency. Lose your private key, and you can kiss your crypto goodbye. No password recovery options here, folks. It's like that sock that disappears in the dryer, gone forever. And finally, there's the blockchain. This revolutionary technology is the backbone of cryptocurrency, a decentralized and transparent ledger that records every single transaction. It's incredibly secure and efficient, but wrapping your head around how it all works can be a challenge. Now, for tech-savvy individuals, navigating the world of cryptocurrency might feel like second nature, but for the average person, all this technical jargon can be overwhelming, and that's where things get a little risky. See, unlike traditional banking systems, where you might be able to recover funds sent to the wrong account, cryptocurrency transactions are largely irreversible. Send your Bitcoin to the wrong address? Well, it's like sending a postcard to the wrong house. It's gone, baby, gone. There are countless stories of people losing their life savings because they mistyped a single character in a wallet address. Just imagine the heartbreak, the frustration, the sheer panic of seeing your hard-earned money vanish into the digital ether. This is why it's so important to approach cryptocurrency with caution and to take the time to educate yourself about the technology before investing any significant amount of money. Don't be afraid to ask questions, research different wallets and security measures, and start small. Remember, the cryptocurrency world is still relatively new, and we're all learning as we go. But by taking the time to understand the technology, we can all help to make it a safer and more accessible place for everyone. Okay, so we've talked about all the cool things about cryptocurrency: lower fees, faster transactions, increased privacy. But here's the thing, crypto hasn't quite taken over the world yet. You still can't pay for your groceries with Bitcoin in most places. Convenience is king. Until you can buy a Slurpee with Dogecoin, crypto will struggle to compete. Section 2. Why the hesitation? The slow uptake is partly due to inertia. The traditional financial system is familiar, despite its flaws. Big players like banks benefit from the status quo. Regulation uncertainty also makes businesses hesitant. But remember, change takes time. Crypto needs to become more accessible and user-friendly. Okay, so we've talked about how cool it is that cryptocurrency transactions are irreversible, right? Like, no takebacks. It's like that permanent marker you used to draw on your little brother's forehead. Don't act like you didn't. But, and this is a big but, that irreversibility sword cuts both ways. Imagine this. You're sending cryptocurrency to a friend, maybe buying them a metaphorical llama because why not? You carefully copy their wallet address, hit send, and boom, it's gone. Except, you missed a digit. Or a letter. Now your crypto llama is grazing in the digital ether, forever out of reach. And this isn't some hypothetical scenario, guys. This actually happens. A lot, like spilled orange juice on your keyboard during a presentation level of oh no kind of lot. It's enough to make you want to print out your wallet address and keep it under lock and key, which, by the way, is not a bad idea. Just saying. The internet, my friends, is a treasure trove of cautionary tales about this very thing. There's the guy who accidentally sent his life savings to an old unused wallet address, or the one who mistyped a single character and watched in horror as their investment disappeared. These stories aren't meant to scare you, but they are a stark reminder that with great power, like the power to send money instantly across the globe, comes great responsibility, like the responsibility to double, triple check that you're sending it to the right place. Remember that time you accidentally called your teacher mom? This is kind of like that, except instead of a slightly awkward moment, you could be looking at a significant financial loss. So, yeah, maybe even worse than that time you wore mismatched socks to school. The takeaway here is simple. Slow down, breathe, and for the love of Satoshi Nakamoto, make sure you're sending your cryptocurrency to the right place. We've talked a lot about the security of blockchain technology, and for good reason. It's pretty darn secure. But let's be real, nothing in the digital world is completely foolproof, right? Even the most secure systems have vulnerabilities, and the world of cryptocurrency is no exception. Think about it like this. Blockchain is like a super strong bank vault. It's incredibly difficult to break into. But what happens if someone manages to steal the keys to the vault? Or even worse, what if the vault itself is built on shaky ground? That's where things can get a little hairy with cryptocurrency, because while the blockchain itself might be secure, the platforms and exchanges we use to buy, sell, and store our cryptocurrency are not always as impenetrable. And then there's the human element. Just like you wouldn't leave your house keys lying around in plain sight, it's crucial to take steps to protect your private keys, the digital keys to your cryptocurrency kingdom. So, how do you keep those precious private keys safe? Well, first and foremost, don't go sharing them with anyone. Not your best friend, not your grandma, not that random person who slid into your DMs asking for your life story. Next, consider using a hardware wallet. It's kind of like a super secure flash drive specifically designed to store your private keys offline. This way, even if your computer gets hacked, your keys are safe and sound. And finally, enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. It adds an extra layer of security, making it much harder for unauthorized users to access your accounts. Think of it like having a bodyguard for your cryptocurrency. Look, I know security can seem like a bit of a drag, but trust me, a little bit of effort now can save you a whole lot of heartache later, because in the world of cryptocurrency, knowledge is power and security is, well, even more power. So there you have it. The exhilarating, sometimes perplexing, always evolving world of cryptocurrency. It's clear that crypto excels at making transactions cheaper, faster, more private, and accessible to basically everyone on Earth. But we've also seen that venturing into the cryptoverse requires a healthy dose of caution. Market volatility, the whole irreversible transaction thing, and the ever-present risk of security breaches remind us that this new frontier comes with its own set of challenges. So, what do you think? Are cryptocurrencies the future of finance, a passing fad, or somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of cryptocurrency, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insightful videos every week. This is Crypto Mining Rig, signing off. See you next time.